Yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Second and 10, Newton again. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. A big play that time, Newton to Benjamin. 57 yards. 1 quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early lead. More from Jacksonville after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
To the air again, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Throwing again is Newton. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And it's 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Newton. That's caught at the 2. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks. They're going to have to really work to make sure it doesn't affect them going forward.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked by the rookie James Bradbury. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half. And he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Another pistol look here. Now a first down throw for Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. I want to shift for a second and talk playoff picture. Yes, we've got a few more weeks, but the NFC East and the AFC West, if it ended today, would both have 3 teams in.
And right now, the NFC East essentially has 4 because Dallas is clear of the field. But Washington, New York, and Philadelphia really bunched in there. And then you go to the AFC West. Kansas City owns the tiebreaker over Oakland, and Denver also right there, the defending Super Bowl champs.
Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. It's brought in right side by Ginn. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And now here is another interception. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Bortles now to throw. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Jaguars. Allen Hearns, 96 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion. There, but unsuccessful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And onside kicks were a sore subject for the Jags last year. They were 0 for... and trying them, and they fail again here.
Let's just go ahead and be frank about it. The vagaries of the onside kick, they may have been 0 for 5, but we're really more surprised when someone actually recovers one, aren't we?
That's true.
You know, and that's where it gets tough. You've got to try it in certain situations. You want to try and surprise people in other situations. The Jaguars just haven't had the ball bounced in their direction in doing so.
Stewart is the lone setback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
All the skills were on display on that big-time play. How about him blasting off the line of scrimmage, deep downfield, sells the post pattern in a big way. That's really pretty easy to do because all defenders are taught not to get beat in the middle of the field. Then how about the agility to break it off towards the corner? Really nicely thrown ball. Awesome completion.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Newton, and that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. Now fourth down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And it is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by the rookie, James Bradbury. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. You know, I did want to ask you about the game you called this past weekend, Week 10. You had 15 punts in that contest between the Jets and Rams.
Lachlan Edwards for the Jets. The star of the day was Johnny Hekker for the Rams, averaged over 50 yards a punt, including a 78-yarder. And when you uncork a 78-yard punt, you should dance like their fellow punter, Marquette King of the Oakland Raiders. He dances like no one is watching.
Well, you made it sound like it was a great game. There's only 1 touchdown, 3 field goals.
Yeah, but 78 yards, got to give it up for that. I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Prince Amukamara, who just went to Jacksonville in 2016 after beginning his career with the New York Giants. Remember, he was a first-round draft pick. It got obscured a little bit along the way because of injury troubles, but the Jaguars think they're getting the best of him now, starting to put it all together with experience as well as the athletic ability he flashed. Out of Nebraska.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They come out here in the eye. And my goodness, another interception. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And a bit... turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And now here is another interception. Picked by the rookie James Bradbury. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16. Yard line. The number 7.